beep or something. But like I said, I don't want to. We don't have to say any names, even though we may know. People may know who we're talking about. But I'm not trying to do all that. But when I first saw the video, I really didn't even understand what was being said, kind of, sort of, like in terms of what he was trying to say. Obviously, I understood what he said, but I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? How he was talking about, you know, they left out with gold, and that's the only thing they left out with, and what point he was trying to make from that or whatever. But I saw a little charisma in him, a little. Let me put it to you like this, and listen. And I really wanted to be careful to not be hating, to not come off as a hater. I really had to reserve my judgment on it because I'm like, hold up, son, you might be hating. So I'm like, just chill, like, see what. But I'm gonna say, dude was. This is gonna sound crazy, son, but dude and everything about him, the message, everything, it was just too perfect.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Like he said all the right things.
No, I'm saying he's looking the part. He's speaking the part. Like, you're looking at him, he's a handsome dude, got himself together. He's well kept, everything. I'm like, okay, you're a good representative. You're a good ambassador of this the stuff you're talking about. But just, I don't know, bro. Something about all this is just too perfect. Like, you too perfect. The message too perfect. Everything in terms of what I was saying was to the mind, to the flesh, it was too perfect. You get what I'm saying? It's like, say you would have been I don't know, say you would have been an ugly dude talking this stuff. This gonna sound crazy to you, huh? I probably would have looked at it and been like, all right, dude just got his stuff together, he's feeling confident, this and that. But you see, when someone looks a certain part, there's certain arrogances that immediately get attached to them.
Hold
You
up,
get
bro.
what I'm saying?
I gotta laugh right quick because that is funny though.
No laugh.
He said it was ugly.
Listen, I'm coming up with this. I'm coming up with this on the spot with you right now. I don't even know how. Like, I hope I didn't just say something crazy. But to me, that's what it just seems like. It's like everything about him is just like, I don't know, son. Like, you too perfect. Like, you're too comfortable in this type of ministry. Like, this fits you too well. Now, listen, that wasn't enough to, obviously, that alone, that's not enough to judge the situation or to, but that's an initial deep underlying thought. Just like, hold up, bro, you too Rico Suave right now. Like, what's going on? Like, so then I move through. The next thing you're talking about is money. I scroll again. The next thing you're talking about is money. I'll give it 7 more scrolls. There's no way that he could possibly be talking about money for the next 7 scrolls. So it is very possible that for the next 7 scrolls, he talks about money.
Yeah, but I think what it is, man, is I think people, it's like I was thinking today, let me just take it back. I was thinking today about like how, like, like dudes, when it comes down to women, right? How women are so naive, right? 'Cause a woman could be like, man, like, she could be into like, let's say whatever, crystals or whatever, right? And a nigga cannot know anything about a crystal, but he gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Tell her something stupid like, girl, I seen the number 1111 today. She's like, oh yeah, and that nigga telling her everything she want to hear. You feel me? Like, don't know nothing about what he's talking about, but to her, you feel me? Like, he is enlightened. So you know what I'm saying? But in his mind, he's just trying to get to the ending of a thing. I think that situation.
Let me ask you this. So you don't think that the woman sees through the? And I can see what you're saying, but you just brought something to my realization. Like, so you don't? Do you think that they really know that it's game, or that they're just, or most times is that gullible? I think by nature they make it gullible.
I think it's gullible, right? Because it's like
by nature.
Because it's like, like they want to believe. You feel me? And if a dude say the right thing, because it's like, man, no woman, I don't care what nobody tell me, like, no woman want to be single. You feel me? No woman want to be alone. No woman doesn't desire marriage.
The word says your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
like that's
And keep in mind, bro, remind us of how it says in the end days, it'll be almost like 7-1 with the women
mhm.
to the men. Where the
Yep.
women will be begging. They say, what they say, I'll make my own food, I'll
Mhm.
make my own clothes, I'll provide for myself. Just I want to be called by your name. They're gonna want to be claimed.
Correct.
And so if it's 7-1, it's very scarce out here. So you know they have to, based on what you just said, it just explains a lot. Because a lot of times, bro, they be having some dudes, and I mean, who am I? Who am I really to classify anybody, in a certain category? But they have some dudes that you would just think like are kind of like weak, just straight up. You would think they weak. Like,
Mhm.
this weak dude, she take him serious. But guess what? She has to take him serious, bro.
Right. But man, because she created him.
No, but ain't many that she's getting attention from. Everything she come across, if she got sense, she should be taken serious to be a
Yeah.
potential wife too, because it's 7-1.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
get what you're saying. So I'm sitting here like, how can she take him serious? She has to take it serious. What you saying?
What I heard a comedian say this. He was like, man, he said, man, if they got all these women, he said, then we got to take into consideration how many people that's locked up. He said, so now I got day
The
five.
women or the men?
The men, right? So he was like, so the men in jail, he said, man, like, even, so let's say if it's 7-1. You got
No,
to
but
take,
that's the whole fact, Jay.
yeah.
That it's so scarce. It's 7-1 because the men that you do have, the Bible prophesying, are either in prison,
Mhm.
homosexual,
Correct.
dead, murdered.
Correct. Correct. So you have, so all that's going on, so like you said, like, so she have to, so it's like,
You gotta take it serious
you got to take it serious. Yeah, you got to take it serious, man. It's like,
if you're smart.
if you smart. Now, I remember something you had told me before, like when you was like, man, like how a woman, like, what I'm saying, with everything I got going on as a single dad, like how it'd be wise for a woman to ask questions or to be cautious, right? You know
In
what I'm saying?
regards to what?
In regards to like, man, coming in and like being a part of like this family,
To you.
right?
Yeah.
Correct. You
Uh-huh.
feel me? But it'll be like, it should be a red flag to me if she just like, all right, I want to hop right into this thing without counting the cards. You feel me? Like,
Because only, and you know this, I don't have to explain this because you already know this, but only because of your situation.
correct.
If it was you by yourself, no, I don't believe that. I just believe that that woman is going to believe that Jonathan is everything that I wanted in a man and this or that. Because, like I told you, you're very appealing to a woman in terms of how you conduct yourself as a man, how you take it. Like you be blowing me, son. Pause. But I just be like, man, son. Every once in a while, I just think about you and how many kids you have, and be like, man, like you know what I'm saying? I be
Yeah.
like, boy, that boy's an animal. And keep in mind, you know what I'm saying, in marriage, you have these children in marriage. You understand what I'm saying? And I just be looking though like, bro, my dog be like, you have to be bold to even do that. You get what I'm saying? And be
Mhm.
courageous and have faith in yourself as a man to be able to, because you're not ducking and dodging these kids. You take care of your children. You are a man that takes care of his kids. So it's like you having these kids, and you knowing like, yeah, bro, like I'm gonna be here. This is my responsibility. I'm gonna have to provide for this, and you do that. So I just be like, man, I gotta get that man. Like anytime I'm just stressing about something, thinking about something, like, man, I'll be handling this business.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, but I just feel like as a man, like, like, man, too much is given, much is required. Like I always wanted the big family. So, because I think about,
Mhm.
like, what I'm saying, your dad, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because how many of y'all?
10. I'm the last of 10.
Yeah, so 10. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the same boat with your daddy. And he took care of his responsibility. You
Straight
feel me?
up.
And so,
Y'all are great men, bro. Y'all are great examples of men around me, bro.
you know what I'm saying? So this is like, I'm like, man, if Pastor Shelton could do it, so I mean, God gave him the grace to do it and still live to see, you know what I'm saying, his great, you know what I'm saying, like,
Mhm.
man, surely he could give me the strength. You know what I'm saying?
Most down. Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's just like, but like, man, you know, pertaining to like a woman coming into this though and looking and going, she gonna have to see, man, you know, the type of man that I am too though. But like, you know what I'm saying? But I would want her to look at not just me running games, but her just like, you know, seeing how I take care of my kids. Seeing how, you know what I'm saying, I lay it out for her, whatever like that. But back to like the dude though, right? Like the whole point of me bringing all that was up and saying like, man, like that's how it is sometimes with the church, where it's like,
Wait, when you said asking questions, so remember what you was talking about was, remember if the woman didn't ask questions
yeah, like you know what I'm
about
saying?
coming into the situation. That's what you were talking about still?
Yeah, yeah, cause like feel like how we watched that clip. Now like he said like, man, you know, he sounded like the port, right? He sounded like man, like he said like man, like he great ambassador. You heard me? But what does he really want? And
I'm gonna be real with you. Him alone, I left alone. It's once and this isn't me, and he may be doing the same thing, and I didn't see it. And this isn't me just trying to get on the woman's back or anything like that. But what really tipped the scales for me was when I kind of dug into her. You know what I'm saying? Pause, no pause. You know, but I don't mean that. You know, when I dug into her, and then saw that there were classes being sold on how to act and walk like a Christian woman. I was just, this is some nonsense. I'm looking and I'm trying with all my might to make it make sense. Like, okay. But then when I see her walking and the focus is on the purse bag, then I'm realizing the focus that is on the type of cars he's driving. And I'm like, hold up, bro. Like, you don't seem as though, like, this isn't the image of being, like, I'm looking at it like, I could have the money to purchase these same things, bro, and probably what?
right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, but like I was saying, bro, I can't handle any type of fame, bro. Like, I'll never forget G. Craig Lewis preached a message on that. Like, humans aren't made for fame. Like, you're not made for that. That's actually like a whole nother spirit inside of you that you're gonna have to feed. That's getting his praise through you. That's like Nephilim type spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way that they praised the Nephilim back in the G. Those same spirits want to get inside of people to feed their lust of glory and praise and worship. You know what I'm saying? That's why different people who are famous and different musicians and all that, they're feeding that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just my point. Like the attention that you think you be wanting, son. Like I can't handle that type of attention. I wouldn't want that type of attention on me. So you know how many people are famous and wish that they could go to Walmart, son?
Right. I think that like, cause man, who would like Jameis Winston, for example, right?
My dog.
Like you know what I'm saying? You know, like man, you know he in New Orleans and you could catch him locally. You feel me? I think some people are famous because of the work they're doing, and I think other people are famous because they seek, you know what I'm saying, you know, the attention. You know what I'm saying? Like David, for example, right? Like he put in the work, and because he put in the work, he wasn't looking for the fame. The fame found him.
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about yeah, David, yeah, King David.
Oh, what? Look, keep in mind this. When I say fame, I'm talking about like the wrong type of fame.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about, I'm not built to get fame from say like the music would have popped off or something like that. I'd have messed around, son, and been in a bad situation. Because now I'd have been in a situation where I know I would have probably had to stay drunk all the time, stay high all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in one of those situations where that element, that's what's normal in that element. Like, that's what goes in that playing field. Like, you're famous for, like, you know, famous for a secular reason. Like, the type of famous to where people run up on you and go crazy and all that type of stuff. Like, that would ruin me, son. You get what I'm saying? Now, fame, now, if you're talking about fame from, like, something like, you know, football isn't necessarily like that. Because that's just, you know, that's just people who have been, you know, athletes, been working at something for a long time. That's, you know, it's an honorable profession is what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm saying? Like I could appreciate, you know, the work that they put in and everything else like that. And you know, if you're one of the ones though that's like prime time Deion Sanders and you acting like a celebrity and all, that's on you. You done made it into something, you know what I'm saying, that it doesn't have to be. But, that's an honorable profession. But like you saying, becoming famous from like doing good, yeah, I'll deal with that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll deal with that. I just meant like a worldly type of fame that's gonna keep you having to like feed that spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the ones that the Nephilims are in, like the entertainment industry,
I know
music
what you're saying.
industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, those. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. You got to deal with that. I'm never gonna turn away something that's gonna come from God's glory. No, indeed. You mean I'm famous for doing right? No, I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day.
Right.
Because we making God that happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, go ahead, though, big brother. Take the floor.
I know, man. I was just saying, like, it's the same thing though, bro. Like, like I said, the dude, like, he the way he presented it in a way of like pretty much is like, like, man, like you say, it sounds good, but like really, like after you digged into like a little bit more, and you see like, man, like, nah, man, it's about money. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like this whole thing. At the end of the day, that's the motive behind it. You feel me? And if you're not careful, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, he just got you with the okie doke. You heard me?
You know the ball I caught that he threw that really promoted what you were saying? You caught the ball where he was like, if your leader's vision, it isn't greater than yours or something. Something he was saying about your leader's vision. And so what he was implying, Slick Side, was like, himself as a leader. Like, as y'all see what I'm on, I'm about getting this money, I'm riding like this, I got jets like this. So everyone he's talking to obviously is going to be under him and lower than him in class and status. So obviously your vision is going to be higher than theirs automatically because they don't live like you. So I caught that. I said, I'm telling you, son, he fired it with it, son. But my one thing, I'm going to say that you can talk again, though. If you don't preach against sin, nowhere in your message, I got a problem. And if I don't know what the problem is, I'm going to find the problem. But if you're not preaching against sin, you got a problem somewhere. You understand? I smell it.
Mm-hmm.
I smell it. And I ain't saying you just out here judging folks and talking about, no, if you are not preaching righteousness like Moses did when he got those tablets, I smell it on you already. I don't know where that rat is at, but I'm going to find it. It's around here somewhere. You get what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Period.
Like you gotta talk about like one of the things like I remember Paul saying was like, man, clearly it's examine yourself to see whether you be in faith or not. And I just think like in each time I don't see a lot of examination going on, and I can't be a judge. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what's going on like privately or whatever.
No, but like, you look for that. You want to hear from somebody so you could do it to yourself. You want to get a good word from someone and be like, man, put me on something that I'm missing, boss. And you turn to them and you just disappointed time after time after time. You ain't tuning in to hear somebody talking about somebody. You looking for somebody who got a word for you sometimes. But where is it at nowadays?
Right. Because, like, we need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that buffer. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way we get better. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm in my wrong, you feel me? And it seemed like, like, people are so comfortable with it wrong. Like, I was thinking about, like, again, like, man, a prodigal son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, how much, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, that's where we are as a church right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to where, like, we know how good our Father is. We know it. We know He good. You feel me? And we know it in our Father's house. You feel me? Our many mansions. We know, like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's plentiful. You know what I'm saying? We know that, you know what I'm saying? We taken care of. But we do know this too. We're protected. So even though the prodigal son went out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people knew, man, that's the king's son. I think some of the dangers that he could have been in, like, he wasn't in. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, almost like, I just feel that's just me, like, just thinking about it. Just saying, like, man, like, if, you know what I'm saying, if I'm well off, my sons go out there, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm still got some kind of protection around them. But, you know what I'm saying, so it's like, but at the same time, they know, like, man, like, pretty much they're having a good time with their life. And after a while, they may get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, they may run across all the, you know what I'm saying, goods, and they may go empty. They're going to find themselves, you know, wanting to go back home. And because it's like when we look at like our wealth and our riches, it's like our understanding. We already know, like, man, like the truths. You feel me? We've been blessed with like His word. So we've been blessed with like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like just what He's been doing in our life, the peace that He has, and we want to take that and we want to run out there. We want to feel like, man, you know what, man, since we know what before against me shall prosper. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like almost like we be trying to come to weapon against ourselves. You feel me? Like, and when we go out there, Brian, and he said, man, like, you know, don't cast your pearls into swine. What we do? We casting pearls into swine. You feel me? So it's like, man, you know, He gave you certain gifts. We're using the gifts. You know what I'm saying? You know, for our glory.
How you feel that's being done nowadays?
Man,
it's like, you know, a scenario or something.
I give you a scenario, right? Let's say a drummer came up in church.
Mm-hmm.
He learned how to play the drums in church. You know what I'm saying? And but like I say, he got an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, go play the drums for like, you know, a rock band. You feel me? Like, he's taking the opportunity and he's going, now he's touring the world.
Oh, I gotcha.
You feel me? Like, you know,
yeah.
Like, or you feel me? Like, let's say, you know, it was a pastor. You feel me? And he had that gift. You know what I'm saying? You know, of like, man, just you know, I just say gift of gab. So now he uses the gift of gab to, like, you know what I'm saying, be smooth over on people. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now, you feel me? Like, you know, a woman don't even stand a chance in his presence. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got that gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? So now he know he got it. He know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the things he talk about that a woman may want. You feel me? Or desire. And, like, he'll say those things that she want to hear just so he can get what he wants. You understand? So it's just like,
and you can consider that with music, because someone could be writing the lyrics that they know are doing that. That's a major area, like, of that. Like, you know, those people are talented. Then how many of them come out of the church? Like, you know that gift was supposed to be used for something else.
Yeah. Hold on. Repeat that. Yeah.
No, I was saying like you was talking about someone could be using that same gift, like to just mouthpiece something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, so that happens a lot of times with musicians, with the lyrics that they write and the songs that they make, and like there's a spirit behind all of that. You know what I'm saying? Where they know that they're putting together some seductive type stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, correct. And that's with anything, Brian, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but like so many times we take, you know, what He give us, you know, and we want to take, you know, what's good, and we want to, you know what I'm saying, you know, use it for bad and call that bad good. You know what I'm saying? You know, call it good bad. And so it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Like, I'm all for, like, you know, people getting together and, you know, like, man, having, like, you know, a good time, whatever, like, wholesomely. You feel me? Like, but it's like, man, like, I just feel like, man, right now we so far away, maybe because it's like, again, man, like the dreams that's been sold. You feel me? Like, you know, maybe it's just like, you know, like the ideal of fame. Like what you said, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, man, I always think about what Jesus, you know what I'm saying, but like after he fasted, how he went up to the mountaintop and how Satan was like, man, look, you know what I'm saying, you know, you can have all this if you just bow down and worship me. Like, he said, for it is mine to give,